Hey everybody, Damian here with another video, but a slightly different kind of video, for a couple reasons. One, I'm actually getting relatively close to 100 uploads, and I'm also recording in a slightly different area, so if the angle seems different and all that, that's due to the different area. But what I am going to be doing is, at the end of the video, handing out this code card for the, Crimson Invasion Elite Trainers box. So that's what this is, but I will be giving that out at the end. But one of the main things I'm going to be doing is talking about my connection to Pokemon as a company and as just like pretty much a phenomenon, because I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear about Pokemon nowadays, but, or even back then, for like a huge amount of time, Pokemon was really big. But I will be talking a little bit about my connection, as well as showing off some of the more awesome cards that I've gotten since I've started doing card videos, and just talking just a little bit in general to you guys, because you're part of the channel too. You may not be uploading on my channel, but you comment, you like the video, you enjoy the video, and you help steer me in the direction of what I want to make for the channel. And one of the things I want to do for the channel is have a little bit more personality into it, so have a little bit more of a connection to you guys, and give you a little bit of my connection to Pokemon. And you can also do so down in the comment. Let me know what got you started in Pokemon. What was your first cards, or your first game, or your first interaction whatsoever to the Pokemon universe. But I will start this by talking a little bit about it, and I'll also show off my humongous amount of bulk here. I mean, this is not too bad considering this is like what I've gotten from doing videos alone. These are just secret rares for evolutions. I keep them sleeved up because they're kind of rare, hard to get, I guess, but not really. But this is my bulk, and I used to have a lot more cards, but I did lose a lot of them in one situation. Got them all separated by energies, rares, trainers, so on and so forth. But these are mostly newer set cards, pretty much X and Y on up. I know I have like one older jungle card in there that I bought a little while back, but Pokemon has always been a huge part of my life. Ever since I was like 4 or 5 when I first saw the show, and it's always been there for me, even like when I've gone through like really bad times in my life. The games, I've always played the games. I've always taken part in like card collecting whenever I could, and I've just kind of like always cared about it and always had it in my life. Mostly due to the fact that it was probably the most stable part of my life. So I've always watched the show until like when Hoenn started. I kind of stopped for a little while there because the show I just didn't really connect with too well at that time, and I was going through a lot of problems in my life, so I kind of stopped paying attention to some things. Like I wasn't really collecting cards. I wasn't really doing anything Pokemon related other than playing the games, and that's about it. But it has been a very large part of my life no matter what. I mean, like literally the only games I didn't buy when they came out was Black 2 and White 2, and that's mostly because I didn't like Black 1 and White 1 originally, so I wasn't a big fan of like that generation, of the 5th generation. I mean, I liked Pokemon from it, I liked a lot of it, but I thought like the storyline was a little weak, you know. It's, I don't know, I know a lot of people like it. I personally don't, and that's just a preference thing. I just thought like the bad guys weren't that very well thought out, I guess. There were bad guys who cared about Pokemon but only wanted Pokemon for themselves, and then tried to trick people into getting rid of Pokemon for themselves, so then only the bad guys would have Pokemon and have control over people. and it was just like a whole bunch of bullshit, so I wasn't a big fan of that. I still played it, don't get me wrong. I still owned Black, and I still played Black, and I restarted it several times. I do have this one here in a heart sleeve, because it's Omnight Lord Helix Black. That you'll actually probably see popping up on videos every now and then. I also have a Dabbing Duskull in a reverse, but I just really enjoy that card. But Pokemon has always been there in my life, ever since I was little. I remember like playing the game when I was a kid, like Red and Blue and Yellow, and I remember like collecting cards and watching the show and all that. So it was always like a big part of my childhood, and it's even when I was a teenager, it was still a big part of that, and it's been a big part of like my adulthood and everything too. So I've always had a connection to Pokemon, and I am interested in hearing what your connection is to Pokemon. But I did go through a very bad time in my life where I didn't collect cards, and I did lose all the cards I had, all the original Jungle, Fossil, base set, all that stuff I used to have when I was a kid, and even like some newer sets I had at the time. But I started collecting again mostly when I started legitimately doing stuff with this channel. And when I started doing stuff with the channel, it was mostly just like Pokemon videos and Zelda videos, like Nintendo DS related stuff, and Game Boy Color and so on. But that was mostly because I kind of wanted to do something, because there's already so many entertainers out there, and I know I'm not really adding too much new to YouTube, but I did want to do something, because I've always taken part in watching the entertainment, so I might as well at least try to provide something for someone. And kind of at the end of the day, that's all you can really do for a community, is at least try to give back a little bit. So I decided, why not try to give back a little bit? But I started mostly because I just wanted to do something. I wanted to have a little bit more to do other than just like cleaning and doing stuff around the house and talking to friends and doing work and shit like that. You know, I wanted a little more to fill out my day or my week. And I do love doing stuff on my computer, so that was a huge part of that, is like being able to edit and so on. I do have some YuGiOh cards to show you in a little bit though, especially one thing I had, because it's actually really entertaining. But this is primarily Pokemon. YuGiOh I started collecting when I was a kid too, when that came out in the US. And I started getting into that as something to play comparatively. Pokemon cards was what I collected, and YuGiOh cards was something I collected to play the game with. I didn't play the Pokemon game too often. But I did really love collecting anything Pokemon related. Toys, cards, games. I even had like these weird little square like hologram cards and everything. Just a bunch of random little weird stuff. I even remember occasionally going down to this one card shop that used to be down in the city, where they'd sell like Korean and Japanese Pokemon card packs and stuff, which was really cool. Ever since then, I always wished that there was another card shop like that around here, but that one closed down because one company bought out the company that owned the small mall, and that card shop could no longer stay afloat in there. So got my homeboy Gengar here. But Pokemon has always been very present, and I've always really loved it. You know, I loved it, like, even if I didn't like Generation 5, I still had like Pokemon I liked from it. I still had things I liked about it, and just like a little bit of everything. You know, even if I didn't really like it, I still enjoyed it for what it was, for being Pokemon. So it was kind of a weird situation for me when it came to Black and White and Black and White 2. Like, I know there's a lot of people that enjoy it. Like, I can't blame you for enjoying it. I mean, there is a lot there to love. It's just the fact that I personally just didn't connect with it because I thought that Team Plasma was kind of generic, and I thought it was weird that there was like, it was like city, then desert, then city again, but there's greenery and water all around the desert. Like this really micro desert part. So I didn't really like that, and I don't know, just freaking Team Plasma in general, like, mildly annoyed me, like, what they were. Like, just, I don't know. They were, like, not, I mean, I liked the story behind it, I just didn't like the team itself, and, like, how it conducted and how it was working and all that, so I wasn't too big on that. But I still played the games. But I started back up when X and Y came in. And I completely got obsessed with the games again after that. I bought X, and then I liked it so much I bought Y. And then I went off, and when Sun and Moon came out, I bought Sun. And I was gonna buy Moon as well, but then I realized that they were gonna be doing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so I decided just to wait until Moon came out. Well, Ultra Moon came out to get that. But I have always kept Pokemon in there. I mean, even now, if you like looked around, you'd see the Alola region map poster on my wall. You'd see 2 Elite Trainer box, like internal, like I guess like pack art things on them. Like the weird little long posters they give you, that's like wrapped around the Elite Trainer box. I got like those over. I got the Shining Legends one up, and I have the Crimson Invasion one up because I just bought this recently. But I did used to have a lot of cards though. Don't get me wrong. Like an insane amount of cards. Like I had movie collection cards from the release of the first Pokemon movie. I had the Pokemon 2000 movie cards. I had soundtracks and everything for the movies when I was a kid. I had just an insane amount of stuff. And even now, with like the kind of limited amount of stuff I have right now due to the some problems I had in the past, I do have a little Gengar toy that I keep on the bedstand next to my bed, and I have like a little mega shiny Gardevoir over off on the side. I usually keep a Haunter and a Gengar plush sitting off on the corner of my bed and stuff. So literally you walk into my room, my bedroom, and you see like a couple plushes and some little toys and cards over on the table, wallpapers on my phone and laptop, stuff on the walls, cards sitting all around. Like I got the jumbo cards hanging up off on the side and everything. But this is the Yu-Gi-Oh thing I wanted to show you really quick. Code of the Duelist. Couple things wrong with this. For one, this up here, that's not on Code of the Duelist. Second, Code of the Duelist uses a single art, not of this. So these are fake cards. I went in buying them knowing that they're fake, so it's not like I got gypped or anything, and it was like $2 for like 2 packs, so that was another key tip-off. These are pretty well made though, if you look at them. I mean, like the holofoil's good, and they have like the little hologram thing in the corner, and they look pretty decent. And the only thing that's really off about them overall is, like, as you can see here, it says dark, and it has the symbol, the character for dark. But here it has the character for light, but it does not say light at the top. And the typefacing is wrong. As you can see here, that's not a very Yu-Gi-Oh looking typeface for the descriptions and everything. I went in buying these knowing they were fake though. Like right here, Firewall Dragon, they have it as like a ritual monster, which in the actual card, it's for one a holofoil, two it's a Link monster, so this is completely off too. It's missing the set, well, the tribute English type. The typing's off wrong. The picture's kind of weird looking. I think that was like promo art or something like that. I can't remember. But a lot of things are off about these cards. And there's some at the end that are very, very, very far off, which I will show you when I get to them, which is right here. First of all, 2 Millennium items, completely different names, completely different artworks, but the exact same broken English on both cards. And I'll give you a second to read those. I'll go ahead and put that up close and focus that in. If it ever wants to focus, there we go. So you can read that, but sorry I'm a little shaky. I had a lot of coffee today. I'm kind of jittery. I'm trying to stay calm and everything. But that is very unusual. And I mean, I like them for what they are, which is fake cards. But it is really entertaining to see like broken English and weird pack arts and everything. I did order two other things, because I bought the YuGiOh ones just to see what they looked like, because they looked relatively decent quality and everything online. But I bought some more YuGiOh ones from the same dealer. So let me know down in the comments if you're interested in seeing me open up fake YuGiOh cards. But I also ordered Pokemon fake cards from the same dealer as well, because I assumed it'd be roughly the same quality. It's a Chinese company that reprint like YuGiOh and Pokemon and MTG and Dragon Ball Z. Pretty much every card game out there, they make illegal bootleg copies, but relatively good quality ones. But let me know down in the comments if you want to see those. And don't forget to also say down in the comments what your connection to Pokemon is, and like when you started like getting into the Pokemon universe, like cards, games, shows, whatever. Let me know down in the comments, so then I can see a little bit about your interests and what brought you into the Pokemon universe. And look forward to those Crimson Invasion codes into the future, because I will be giving those out, and I will be recording some of those videos soon. I'll also leave a link up there, because I accidentally double uploaded last Friday, so I'll leave some links up there to those two videos, or like at the end of the video, which will be soon. But, because I know this is kind of long, so. It's probably the longest video I've made that wasn't a gaming video, so. Here is the Elite Trainer Box code. Sun and Moon 4 Elite Trainer Box Sylvalia. Let me know what you get, because I mean, I have no idea what you get for the for these codes, for like the Elite Trainer Box codes. So I am really curious to know what you got. But thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I will see you all in the next video, which will be some pack openings. Bye.